Christians in Jos Plateau State have on Easter Monday staged a peace walk to the government house to protest the incessant killings and destruction of properties in some rural communities in the state. The demonstration, which was led by the heads of the various denominations, was received by the state governor, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Mutfwang. Helen Johanna reports that during the march, participants carried placards as they expressed their frustration and demanded for action against the escalating violence.
Addressing the governor and the participants, Chairman Church Leaders Denominational Forum in Plateau State, Reverend Dr. Amos Muzo, who is also the President, Church of Christ in Nation, Kokin, condemned the incessant killings in the state.
The Church Denominational Leaders Forum on the Plateau strongly condemns the unprovoked, horrific, barbaric, and persistent attacks on innocent communities in Bokos and Mangu local government areas of Plateau State. The recent wave of violence perpetrated by terrorists suspected to be armed Fulani herdsmen has resulted in the cold-blooded murder of over 50 innocent civilians in Bokos alone, including defenseless women and children.
He commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's efforts to stop the lingering crisis.
While we appreciate the President's condemnation, we continue to call for concrete actions to translate these words into tangible security outcomes for our vulnerable and suffering communities. However, we must also reject in the strongest terms possible the distorted portrayal of events in the President's recent press release on the Zaki, Kampak, Kwal District, Basa local government killings of Monday, April 14, 2025. It is important to set the record straight by stating that these are not communal clashes, but calculated, planned, and orchestrated acts of terror committed by one group against another.
Reverend Muzo urged federal government to accomplish its constitutional mandate to protect lives and properties of the citizens.
The Church Denominational Leaders Forum on the Plateau hereby calls upon the federal government of Nigeria to fulfill its constitutional responsibility to protect the killings and property of its citizens.
Responding, the Governor of Plateau State, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, reassured the demonstrators of the government's commitment to tackling the violence.
I want you to know that Mr. President has assured me that he wants to see an end to this cycle of violence. And I, as your governor, I want to tell you again this afternoon that I didn't come to observe burial ceremonies. I came that the glory of Plateau will be restored.
Some participants expressed sorrow over the massacre, calling for action.
My message of solidarity to the Christians of Plateau is to please take heart and allow God to comfort us over the demise and the brutal killings of our brothers and sisters in different communities on the plateau. And from the words of our governor and the church leaders, we should be sure that the governor will not relent on making sure there's security, and our church leaders will also not relent in praying for peace and in contributing their quota for the peace and progress of Plateau State.
My solidarity message is peace, peace, peace. We pray for peace and we are beginning to see the peace. And by this gathering, we have the belief that God have answered our prayer. And it is finished.
For peace. Yes,
The procession, which commenced at the old government house and ended at the new government house, saw participants carrying placards with messages such as "Stop the killing, every life matters," and "Let Plateau live." Helen Johanna reports from Jos.